Hey Brawlers, and welcome to my review of episode 45 of Armored Alliance. I'm Haru Ren. So spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this episode yet, go back and watch it now. But if you have, sit back, relax, and enjoy my review of Armored Alliance episode 45. The first part is Ancient Golden Bakugan Garillion. This is a continuation of the last episode, right after this Golden Bakugan appeared and defeated Sabra. I'll save you some time, his name is Gorillion. Gorillion knocks out Feral and attacks Drago, but he stops after coming out of the armor thing. The only one that knows Gorillion is Gilator because they're both ancient Bakugan. My god, Gilator is like the ultimate boomer.
Gorillion says he's willing to tell us everything.
I don't think this is the place. See? No one will bother us here. And I thought Benton should be in on this conversation too.
Didn't this place get attacked? This seems like a pointless transition except to shoehorn Benton in. Could have just gotten Benton on speakerphone or something. And we actually get the most interesting backstory in the entire series. Gorillion explains the entire history of Bakugan on Earth, and to me, honestly, this was fascinating to watch.
Naturally, the first thing the Bakugan did when they arrived on this new planet was Bakugan Battle.
Not happening! It belongs to the Heios faction!
Hey, Apollyon talks, wow. Bakugan, it seems, arrived on Earth at the time of the dinosaurs, so they have been around for over 65 million years. And the meteor that killed the dinosaurs was destroyed by the Bakugan, causing what would be the huge space dust that affected the Earth's climate. Not only extincting the dinosaurs, but causing the Bakugan to fall into a deep sleep to survive. Not even the Great Collision was enough to awaken them. Then, after Tico was defeated and the drum covered the Earth, Gorillion finally awakened. Honestly, this whole backstory, being able to fit all the events in Bakugan history together perfectly, really is truly fascinating. The lore behind Bakugan has been something we've been wondering about since the start of the entire series. Knowing that the ancient Bakugan has existed long before even humans have is truly really a cool thing to learn.
But then, everything changed.
When the Fire Nation attacked? I'm kidding, go on.
Come with me to the maze. You must stop relying on children.
Gorillion wants the Bakugan to learn how to fight without humans, and you notice in this speech it sounds like Gorillion doesn't even care about Earth and humans, only Vestroia, not even taking into account about Vestroia and Earth fusing. Drago and Gorillion fight, but Drago is barely able to keep up with him, and we get this cool shot that would have been super awesome if the number things weren't on the screen. We segue into In the Name of Infinity, with Havoc floating around and he lands on Security Force headquarters.
Awfully bold of you to show up at Security Force headquarters. This is not one of your better moves.
Wow, Kravitz has really become a true badass in her own right. Meanwhile, Drago and Gorillion are still fighting when Benton gets the call about Havoc.
Havoc's existence has been known to me since ancient times.
They knew about him on Vestroia?
Whoa, what? Even Havoc is ancient himself? This is so much information that I still can't process. Havoc is actually more of a legend than I gave him credit for. I know time and space moves very differently than Earth and all that stuff, but that's just a whole bunch of other gobbledygook scientific stuff that I can't really bother to get into. Sabra takes out the Security Force Bakugan because they are still so incompetent, but Gorillion shows up becoming Gorillion Infinity. Seriously, I would really like a toy of that.
The Warrior Armor Infinity came to this planet with me, and we both entered our hibernation at the same time. But then Infinity rose from its hibernation because it sensed something. It can't be! My powers won't last long.
Wow, seriously, Gorillion monologuing during a fight? I thought that was only reserved for villains. Gorillion can't battle anymore. Havoc tells Sabra to go after Infinity, but then Drago is able to fuse with Infinity armor to become the big super toy of Armored Alliance, Dragonoid Infinity. I gotta say, this is pretty late, or maybe the toy released too early, but I think this is extremely cool to finally see Dragonoid Infinity in the show, and he is more awesome than I envisioned. Dan and Drago defeat Sabra in a very cool battle, but Havoc escapes. Gorillion returns to the maze, but lets Dan and Drago keep the Infinity armor, though Gorillion warns that there will be a coming battle very soon. I mean, we're near the end of the season and we need a big battle, so yeah. And the episode ends.
You are pitiful!
So that was Armored Alliance episode 45. Let me know what your rating of the show was in the comments down below. This was actually a pretty good episode. I love the entire lore and story behind the ancient Bakugan because it has been something I've been wondering for such a long time now. The fact that Bakugan in this world is part of Earth's history, battling and living amongst the dinosaurs in the prehistoric era, was really fascinating to me, and I genuinely loved every bit of it. Honestly, if we got an entire prequel series focused only on the ancient Bakugan history, I would not be mad. I would definitely want to see that. Regarding the introduction of Gorillion's character, he seems like he has good intentions at heart, wanting to stop Vestroia and Earth from being destroyed, but he's too lost in the past to see things change, not to mention the bigger picture that humans and Bakugan need to work together. It's understandable, but doesn't really make him completely sympathetic. Kind of like what our introduction to Gilitor was like, only not with the racism. This episode had some great action, historical background, and finally Dragonoid Infinity showing up. I was completely immersed through this whole thing, and I really can't wait for the rest, especially since Gorillion made an ominous warning that a battle is coming. I mean, duh, with the big bad villain Havoc, obviously we need our final battle for this season. Overall, this was a great episode, so I'll give this a Bakutastic.
But then, everything changed.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Thank you for watching this review of Armored Alliance. Be sure to press the like button and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren, and thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!